Oh, they're going to go for the Paquito as well. They have the burst damage with the Paquito, and of course, the Edith with its versatility. And of course, Paquito's long line that we could hear right now in our ears. He just tossed an entire paragraph when you pick him.
Is he the only hero that
He's the only hero that does that. And maybe Lancelot on his Dragon Tamer skin.
How about the Akai here for Omega? That means that they will just really funnel everything into the Claude. And what I like about the Akai is that even when there's a lot of dive on the side of AP BREN, you have that disengage potential.
This is the Emperor's order.
Well,
okay.
There it is, Sir
Brother,
Wolf.
I need to check your gear right now.
Right?
Are you using something that might
is he
show something
scripting?
in advance? Do you have a copy of the script? What is happening?
Well, you wrote it, so I did copy it.
Dude, you know, sometimes, like, I don't know, I've been here for a couple seasons now, and I still get surprised with Wolf's capabilities.
That's true. You know,
of the brain this guy has.
the moment he retires from casting is the moment you see him in the coaching the best team in the world, probably. You know.
Hey.
Hey, at least he'll still be in the Philippines.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Take that.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm not going to say the region. We might start a fight that we don't want. But let's enter game number 2 of this best-of-3 series between Smart Omega and AP BREN. AP BREN already suffered an upset win in game 1. And with the bans that they made here in game number 2, it might just be the key to extend this series. But for Smart Omega, the win streak might just continue if they find what they need in this game. Speaking of what they need, what are the win conditions for this type of lineup?
I think it's pretty clear for both teams. It's about chain stunning the right hero. And I gotta say, like, both AP BREN as well as Omega, they have plenty of ways to stun their targets. Look at the chain stun combo from AP BREN, but Chaknu giving us a little bit of a classic.
Doing what he does.
Delaying that Fredrin.
And right now, Ogwin also helping out View here in clear speed. Gotta say though, the clear speed is insane for AP BREN. Having a Vexana and an Edith, that's gonna help them delay the game if they want to.
Oh, View get poked down. Pretty good here. With all this, they'll get that. And now, this is the thing. With Smart Omega's lineup that they have, you can expect very similar situations when we get to the objectives. The way that Chakra uses that Guardian's Barrier, like we talked about before, he's mastered it. So for AP BREN, knowing what they experienced in the previous game, it's like, how do we deal with that? Do we go just punch for punch, literally provide the damage, overload it if we can? Is that the answer here for AP BREN when it comes to the objectives?
Yes, I think that's a fair judgment on what AP BREN can do, because that's literally what they have right now, and there's no reason to waste that. But then, the heavy spin is always going to be the problem.
Oh, they get it out.
They solved it.
Spin.
Yeah, heavy spin already used here for Omega, which means they're not going to have that ultimate for the upcoming turtle fight, which might just be stalled here because both junglers don't have access to their retribution right now.
Yeah. And what can happen because of this recall coming out from Antorio is that...
Oh, the damage, the punch! Ryota, he felt that one. First blood here for AP BREN. Now they're going to work on with it as well.
That's a lot of damage early on. This might just be a free turtle for AP BREN. For Omega, they got to slow things down. The power spike, the early game power spike from AP BREN is just insane.
How about that play coming out from Ogwin? Immediately after knowing that there's no contest at all, went immediately to the orange buff. Count Easy didn't have to pop the retribution. I think they're forcing the retry onto Andorio up top. Andorio already receiving so much damage.
Cool, heavy spin again.
Oh
Couple hits away, but man, that Primal Wrath's going to hurt as well.
And that wasn't even a charged up Primal Wrath. That was a very early ultimate coming in from Ogwin. Forces out that heavy spin once again. AP BREN holding a good lead 3 minutes in. A 1.5k gold lead in Pando. Waiting for that moment to just punch it out against Ryota.
Okay, Jakdu again in the mid lane, going to get tossed over. Ukir holding on to that Eternal Guard, but ultimately, Smart Omega not going to be able to find anything just yet.
In terms of the late game, let's say Omega pulls another delay the game tactic. Can they actually out-damage AP BREN?
Yes, because they have the Valentina, they have the Claude. Arlott, and especially when played in the X-Play, pack up a punch, you know? I guess AP BREN, the their burst potential with the Roger and Paquito will always be there. So that's always a factor.
Whoa! He
Okay.
wild charges. He still survives it, even despite what AP BREN just tried to pull.
I learned something new today.
Yeah. A Lycan Pounce. You're immune to CC during the animation of the Lycan Pounce, but when it's over, when you've already reappeared, you get knocked up.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Ukir with a fast flicker out there. Burnt his battle spell. Does save his life though. 8 seconds before that purple buff spawns for Omega. It looks like they're having a hard time keeping up from AP BREN.
Yeah, this is just, again, when it comes down to it, it's a macro play from AP BREN, really choking out a lot of this from Smart Omega right now, and it's just them trying to catch up, trying to make sure that that lead that AP BREN has right now doesn't get too far out of hand. They kind of have to control this fire from getting too out of hand.
Pando biding his time. Retribution might just be used here. Andoryu does secure his own. It looks like they find Pando.
Do find Pando, but that used Eternal Guard's not going to help them either. The 1-2 punch comes through. Riordan going to be in trouble now, caught between it all.
Wow.
Goes in, Flicker survives. Riordan gets out.
A timely flicker survived the burst damage, and now Omega does have the chance to contest this Lord.
Yeah. Well, because of the lack of retribution, they will not. They also don't have the heavy spin, so they will not even try. Omega will just get back to their anti-disaster protocol, which is just to farm. I think that's the right decision here, especially for Andoryu. You need to be at the same level with your lane counterpart come the first Lord fight. So it is ill-advised for Omega to go for unsure plays. They have to choose their fights and make sure that it will always be kill confirmed whenever they try to pounce.
Big purchase from Kyle TZ with the blade armor. Now he's going to be able to tank up or soak up a lot of damage coming in from Jome. As we head on further, looks like they're going to dive on this Claude.
They're going right for that play there. And Jome knows it. The rest of the team, he's just going to get forced out though. Also, the orange buff going to be worked on, but they were also down at bottom. But still, it's AP BREN really just playing and winning this macro game for Smart Omega. Here's the response though into the mid lane. AP BREN, they get a flicker out from Mukir. Chaknu now left to his own. Will be able to survive everything there. So still, Smart Omega gonna lose their purple as well. And Doru being held back from Pando. Will he really go in? No, he won't. So again, where can they find the space to breathe?
Oh, it's going to be difficult to answer, but they will have to rely on securing their own jungle. But Pando with high IQ play, using the knockout strike to stop Andoryu from stepping into the Cyclone Eye, which would have been a play. Like Cyclone Eye into the heavy spin to get his own purple buff. But because of what Pando was able to do, not only did he deny that Cyclone Eye, he also denied the purple buff contest coming out from Omega.
Still a low kill score game. Super Marco pokes down Chaknu. In terms of pacing, Wolf, do you think this is a good pace for AP BREN?
100%, especially because they're Edith. Andoryu is going to be trying to be crafty in here.
Oh, he's going to go for it again. Eternal Guard and the Wild Charge already being thrown out there. Few gets forced back. Still looking for the kill. Handoru just goes for that, grabs that now, but on the backside, Pando going to be joining the fight. Appraiser's Wrath will find it too. And Smart Omega now still fighting it out. They lose their jungler, and this is going to be a turtle for AP BREN. Chaknu as well, trying to get out of there, but he won't escape as well.
Man, that's 2 kills going to the hands of AP BREN as their lead grows even further. In terms of the early game dominance, looks like AP BREN has secured the early to the mid game. And it's up to Omega to slow this down once again. How do they do that?
Whew, difficult. They need pickups for now. They have to settle for pickups and not go for those big ticket plays. Count easy. Not even needing the retribution for that steal. They can even contest the purple, which is now happening. Andoryu is level 9, Kaltizi level 11. If Andoryu is not fast enough, he will lose his purple buff once again.
Still, the onslaught mid lane. Eternal Guard going to be dropped. Chaknu under half health. All this for that tier 1 in the mid lane. AP BREN whittles it down further.
And as they wiggle down that turret, Looks like Omega's gonna commit a lot of resources as well to defend that. Or maybe will be deciding to give it away finally. They really want to keep their objectives their turrets safe. You could say that for game 1 as well.
With this, we'll see what they can pull off, but right now they're just at the pace of AP BREN. This might be a turnaround. They find the lockdown of Kyle Teasy. Ogun there to help him out. Kyle Teasy finally falls. Now they get the stun. A huge slash going to be used. Now still working for it.
What?
They go for another Ogun down. And Doru now up in the front. Smart Omega at least finds some form of wins here on the map.
Unbelievable coming out from Omega. I mean, AP BREN still managed to get the important objectives, but they did lose Kyle Teasy. And Chakno with a wonderful rock block that prompted the kill to Ogwin. And then Jom, obviously, we saw that was able to dodge the ultimate, the Eternal Guard coming up from Pew, without having to commit his Purify. So that's really good. He just nudged himself a little bit to the left, and he was already able to keep himself alive.
And with that, then this upcoming Lord fight, almost all, if not all, battle spells on the hands of Omega is available. Will be crucial in terms of contesting this Lord. But still, it is a 4K gold lead in the hands of AP BREN. It might just be tough to give away this Lord for free, or mainly just take it for themselves.
Looks like it's somehow going to pick off here, but yeah, given the situation, given the fact that they're down this much, they have to be very careful on how they approach the dance for this first Lord here.
I mean, we saw a long-ass dance earlier. Let's see if we're going to see it again.
So before, it was always Andoryu missing the shot when it comes to his heavy spin, but if he lands this one, the big one, on the first Lord, everything in the early game will be erased.
Yeah. Well, they're going to put the pressure on Andoru. It's Pando in the front side. Conceal going to be used. Jom now part of the fight. Ukir holding on to the Eternal Guard. There's one guard, comes down. The final slash already two. Heavy spin's going to find Ogwin into the guard. Ogwin's going to fall, but they lose Chakdu as well. Both roamers down. Lord's going to go for the reset. Kyle Teasy up front. Ryota in trouble. Appraiser's Wrath will come down, and now he's in trouble as Ryota falls. AP BREN wins the fight.
3v4 scenario. Will Omega continue the contest? Bando just in front of Andoryu. Might just go for the full combo once again. Nice Terrify coming in from Few. Look at that!
Whole lot of CC, and Andoru can't withstand it as he falls. And now this is a sign. AP BREN up for the Lord.
This is going to be the Lord secured by AP BREN. Omega's gonna surrender it, but it is a level 1 Lord. Can Omega clear this as fast as possible?
Do they have the tools? I'm thinking it's not as fast as the previous game, but they do have the Valentina and they do have the Claude. So this can be defended by Omega, and Ryota has the final slash and flicker too. So that's also another option for them. I think that AP BREN will just settle for taking out the outer turrets. Gonna be very happy with that with the first Lord take. But we can see the real strength of AP BREN's composition. Overloading crowd control on the side of Omega means that they will always have chances for pickoffs.
Yeah, and Bando just zoning out the jungler again and again. Ogwin making sure that his presence is felt on the backside of that turret as the siege continues. There are minions in the top side, a Lord on the bottom lane as well. Jom quickly dodges the punch coming in from Bando as another turret goes down in the mid lane.
As Wolf said, most likely you're just going to lose these turrets. We'll be able to hold on to the base ones for now. This is the first Lord. Eternal Guard going to be used as well. Keeping them at bay. Final slash as well to clear some of that space. They take a little bit of damage, but still hold on to the best they can. They lose the turret here, so for now, Smart Omega finds himself nearly 10k behind.
Oh man, this is a really good scenario for AP BREN. They don't need to end the game just now, but the fact that they have taken away an inhibitor in the bottom lane, and they might even take the one in the top lane or the mid lane, looking real good.
Yeah, they want to force this. Eternal Guard going to be using it, the knockup. They just want this turret a couple of hits away. No minions, though, to help them get it. So Smart Omega backs against the wall once again. Can they buy the same amount of time as the previous games to turn things around here.
Yes, mission successful already for AP BREN. They were able to take down one inhibitor turret and severely damage the others. One big Lord push, one more Luminous Lord could change all of that for AP BREN. And as we approach that potential Luminous Lord fight for Omega, even against this 9K gold lead, is it safe to say that they will contest? Or is it safer to say that they will defend?
Just defend, I think, at this point for Omega. Unless Andorio finds a big opening. But the fact that they already did this twice, now AP BREN will always check that Y bush.
Oh.
He already showed that he tries to do that.
Little sidestep there, waiting for the rest of the team to make their way. Retry was used as well, but he will.
Oh no, Super!
Super Marco's all right.
It's okay.
Uses that like and form to get out of there.
Brother, that gave me like that gave me so much feelings in my head.
Bush check.
Bush check, marksman. Please, bruh. That is something that I am so scared to see. They're gonna start this
Not in the
Lord.
Philippines, though.
Not in the Philippines, you know. People are just way too good.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna start this Lord. This is a Luminous Lord, which means it will bump on that turret. Ogwin.
Gonna use that conceal. This time around, there's no space for them to work with. Tossed over into the Eternal Guard, and Doru can't get away from that. And now they force him back further. But AP BREN easily gonna get this Lord here.
A step too far with a 10K gold lead. Anyone is in danger. Even Pando is denying Jome out of the orange buff off Omega. This might just be a big push. This might just be a game 3 if AP BREN ends this right now.
Very clean so far from AP BREN, working on it. Final Flash going to be used as well into the Eternal Guard. They want to battle it out already. Big Jome goes in to clear it out, but they can't get enough. Ukir goes in on the backside, but he gets caught out, thrown up, and deleted. And now AP BREN, even without the Lord, they don't have time for it. They'll work on the base. They try to keep it together, but Smart Omega can't handle the heat as AP BREN takes it to game 3.
Game 3 secured. M5 World Champs showing Smart Omega how versatile, how fast they could adapt from that composition that took game 1.
My